Every single year, approximately 4 million Americans pack up their lives and move to a new state. Not a new city, a new state. That's more than the entire population of Los Angeles picking up and starting over. Why? The reasons are changing. It used to be jobs. Now it's something bigger. It's quality of life, housing costs, taxes, climate, and increasingly, what kind of daily life feels possible? But here's what nobody tells you before the move. The things that make a place look amazing on paper are often not the same things that determine whether you'll actually be happy there. Today, we're talking about the real relocation checklist, the 7 things you must evaluate before you commit. Most people budget rent, food, and utilities. Here are the costs that blindside people after the move. State income tax. 9 states have 0 income tax: Florida, Texas, Nevada, Washington, Wyoming, South Dakota, Tennessee, New Hampshire, and Alaska. If you're earning $100,000 and you move from California, which has a top marginal rate of 13.3%, to Texas or Florida, you could effectively see a $7,000 to $10,000 annual raise without your employer doing anything. Property taxes. This is where Texas makes people uncomfortable. Texas has no income tax. Property taxes average around 1.6% to 2.1% annually. On a $400,000 home, that's $6,400 to $8,400 per year. California's Proposition 13 limits property taxes to 1%, often less. So the comparison requires looking at the full picture. Remote work changed everything. But not everything has changed. Yes, fully remote positions give you geographic freedom. But there are industries that are still geographically concentrated, and where being physically present creates compounding career advantages. Tech, Seattle, San Francisco Bay Area, Austin, New York, and increasingly Miami and Raleigh-Durham. Healthcare. Major metro areas universally. Rural areas have shortages, which creates opportunity for the right professionals. Finance and banking. New York, Charlotte, Chicago, Dallas, and Atlanta. Energy. Houston, Oklahoma City, Denver. Entertainment and media. Los Angeles and New York, with smaller secondary markets emerging. If your career is in one of these concentrated sectors and you move somewhere without that ecosystem, you're not just changing location, you're potentially plateauing your career trajectory. That's a real cost that doesn't show up in any rent calculator. Americans routinely underestimate how much weather affects quality of life. Not vacation weather. Daily weather? Phoenix, Arizona is one of the most popular relocation destinations in the U.S. The winters are genuinely beautiful, 65 to 75 degrees, clear skies, low humidity. Florida has hurricane season, June through November. The Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Portland, has famously mild temperatures year-round. The point isn't that any of these places are bad, it's that you need to spend actual time there across multiple seasons before committing, not just visit during the best possible time of year. Here's one that genuinely determines happiness and gets almost no attention in move planning. Social infrastructure means, will you have friends? Can you build community? Are there people like you here? This sounds simple. It's actually one of the harder parts of any major relocation. Studies on life satisfaction consistently show that social connectedness, having people you can call, things you do together regularly, is more predictive of happiness than income or housing quality. If you're moving to a new city in your 30s or 40s, making friends is genuinely harder than in college. The places where this tends to work better are cities with strong activity communities, running clubs, sports leagues, religious institutions, professional networking groups. Ask yourself, before any move, where will I meet people? What is the activity that will become my social anchor here? With mortgage rates where they are, the rent versus buy decision at your destination is more complicated than ever. In markets like Austin, Nashville, and Charlotte, which saw enormous price appreciation between 2020 and 2023, prices have moderated but remain elevated. Buying now means committing to a higher price point with a higher interest rate. That's a double compression on your monthly payment. Temporary housing, short-term leases, furnished apartments are more available than ever and give you a runway to make the right decision rather than the fast decision. Here's the framework I recommend before any interstate move. 5 questions. Write them down. 1. Can I afford to try this for 12 months and then adjust course if needed? Flexibility beats optimization in high uncertainty decisions. 2. Have I spent at least 2 to 4 weeks in this city across different seasons? 3. Do I have at least one person there I already know, or a clear community I can plug into? 4. Is my income stable and ideally portable, meaning the move doesn't create career risk? 5. Am I running towards something specific about this place, or running away from something about my current one? Both are valid. They require different decisions. If you can answer yes to at least 4 of those 5 questions with confidence, you're ready to move. 4 million Americans will move to a new state this year. Some of them will call it the best decision they ever made. Some will call it a mistake. The difference usually isn't the city. It's the preparation. If you found this useful, like and subscribe. I make this content specifically for people making real financial and lifestyle decisions in America. And drop a comment and tell me, what's the move you're considering right now?